The coalition has named 7 sites across Australia for planned nuclear reactors. After months of speculation about the coalition's nuclear energy policy, Peter Dutton unveiled sites in Tarong, Biloela, the Hunter Valley, Lithgow, the Latrobe Valley, Port Augusta and Collie.
We have a plan to take our country forward, to reduce electricity prices, to make sure that we get our emissions down. And as we know, in the top 20 economies in the world, Australia is the only one that doesn't have or hasn't signed up to nuclear energy. 5
of the sites are in coalition-held electorates, but the 2 New South Wales proposals are not. The Hunter Valley site is in a Labor seat, and the Lithgow site is in an electorate held by an independent who resigned from the National Party. Dutton said the opposition chose these sites because they have water sources and high-capacity connections to the energy grid, and because the existing coal power plants there will be closed by the time the nuclear revamp starts.
We've looked at water, we've looked at the infrastructure, we've looked at capacity of the networks and the poles and wires that exist there at the moment, and that's the basis on which we've made the announcement.
But none of the 7 sites are currently owned by the Commonwealth, and that's not the only barrier. Nuclear energy is also estimated to be the most expensive way of generating electricity, with recent research from the CSIRO showing it would be at least 50% more expensive than solar and wind. The opposition also said the South Australia and Western Australia sites were only suitable for small modular reactors, which are not yet commercially available and are estimated by the CSIRO to generate energy at an even higher cost. The coalition didn't say how much its plan would cost, but the CSIRO says a single theoretical large-scale nuclear plant built today would cost more than $8 billion. On top of that, nuclear power is banned in New South Wales, Victoria and Queensland, with premiers in each state already making their views clear.
We haven't heard from the leader of the Liberal Party what he would do. Would he stand up for Victorians? Does he support more expensive, more risky, more toxic energy solutions for our state? Or should he just get on board with what we're doing now and be part of that renewable energy future? Because we know it works.
Now we know that nuclear reactors are 4 to 6 times more expensive. So think about that. That means your electricity bill could go up 4 to 6 times to fund these nuclear reactors that the LNP want to build in Queensland.
We've got a prohibition on nuclear generated power in New South Wales, and we're not going to remove that.
Dutton refused to say what the cost will be to the Australian taxpayer, claiming without evidence it will cost a fraction of Labor's power plans.
That's an enormous cost. All of that's going to be passed on to consumers. Our proposal will cost a fraction of that cost.
He said the cost would be released in due course, but did not commit to revealing it before the election.